What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Finally One podcast. I'm Kelly.
Hey, I'm Natasha.
I don't feel good today. You've been mean to me today.
I'm sorry, babe.
Why you? No, don't try to act like that now.
I'm just tired, and it's that time of month, and
So you just mean for no reason.
it's not no reason. Like, you just overexcited.
What's wrong with that? I can't be excited
There's
about life.
nothing wrong with that's amazing.
Wow.
But I'm just not feeling it right now.
Okay.
And you just a little. Oh, I apologize. I'm sorry.
I accept your apology. Show me how much you apologize when we finish with this. That's how you express your apologies. Interesting topic today. They came for us last week in the comments.
For you last week in the comments.
Well, both of us. I mean, they talk about, it's a difference of opinion.
Right.
It's a difference of opinion, and I respect everybody's opinion. Keep the comments coming.
Keep it coming.
Keep the feedback coming.
We love it.
Like, we appreciate it. But the question we got today kind of, piggybacks on what we talked about last week, and it kind of backs up one of the points that I was making from last week of why maybe you may not want to engage with somebody with children, right? That's just my opinion, but we're going to get into it, right? You ready to get into it? Topic today. What's the topic? Okay, the topic is just, we're going to read the question.
All right.
What say?
It says, we've been married for a bit, and while we love each other, we're both having a hard time dealing with our kids, other parents. He's tired of my baby daddy always overstepping, and I'm fed up with his baby mama being disrespectful and messy. It's starting to affect our marriage. It's starting to affect our... Oh, I just repeated that. It's starting to affect our marriage. How do other blended families deal with difficult exes without turning on each other?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you off the ripper, as they say. Who said that? It was
I don't know.
Wait a minute, it was a TikTok or somebody said. Oh, it was a funny TikTok I saw where this dude was like, he was in an interview, and the manager said, "How would you handle this customer service?" And if a customer came in, they were unhappy. And he was like, I'm going to tell them, I'm going to get them straight off the ripper. I ain't with all that customer service stuff. But anyway, I don't know why that came to mind. I am grateful I don't have to deal with that. I'm not going to even lie to you. I am grateful that I don't have to deal with a baby father, an ex-husband, or any of that. Now, there was a period where I had to deal with my oldest daughter, Alexis. Her mom married another guy, and I had to deal with him, which it started out cool, but after a while, it didn't end so cool. Like, we wasn't cool, when it ended, but it started out cool, but I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it at all. I didn't like no parts of it. But like I said, you tolerate it because of decisions that I made. Like, I'm going to be upset with anybody based off my decisions, right? So I am grateful. Now, I think you could speak to it from was it the wife? Was it a wife? Yeah, it's a wife perspective. How has the blended family thing worked for you? Because you didn't, like, our daughter's mom, she wasn't messy. She didn't, call our house or nothing like that.
No, I never had any problem, anything like that. It was just the whole situation. It was you trying to do this over here and have this at home too. So that was the only issue I had with that. But I mean, all I can say is communication is number one key. Because I mean, I communicated before, like, I didn't like him going over there, but he would just be like, no, that's my baby. I gotta see my baby, and she ain't gonna let me take her out. But like the communication wasn't. Couldn't talk to him really in our first marriage, but now that he has opened up and we can talk about anything. Like if I had an issue, I believe I could come to you and be like, "Hey, I don't like that." You know, just communicate. Just tell him how you feel about it, how you feel, what's going on, the moving parts, like all of it. I just feel it's communication.
I agree, and I think that the man should lead that communication, starting with his baby moms. Like he should be the one to check her, right, and let her know what the boundaries are with his family, right? And he should be able to sit down man to man with the man too. So her ex-husband or baby daddy or whatever.
That's crazy because she got a baby daddy.
Yeah, and he got a baby
mama.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think it starts with the head of the house. So man to man, like your husband needs to have a conversation with the man as well, and create a common ground, a common, like she said, communication. Like that's gonna be the biggest thing. And I think you and your husband have to agree that you all are one, no matter what. Like nobody comes between you all, nobody comes before you all. And I think that's the key. That's the foundation. Right? You agree?
Yeah. And pray on that y'all are together in one, because if he's not, as being the head, like he's not gonna see how you come to him talking, because he's not trying to hear anything that she has to say.
If what now?
If he's not connected
to the
father.
Like he's not submitted to the father.
Right.
I mean, we don't have that information. It sounds like they're on the same page, right? Mm-hmm. Based on what you read, it sounds like they're on the same page. She's asking, how do they remain on the same page because of these outside things that are happening? They don't want to turn on each other. Did I read that right? Read her question part at the end. Like how
do other blended families deal with difficult exes without turning on each other?
Yeah, set boundaries and communicate with each other, like you said, and then the man takes the lead. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In our first marriage, because I wasn't right and my heart wasn't right, any excuse that I could get to, go see my baby mom, I was using it. So I was cutting hair over there. I was doing anything I could. She had a problem with it, but like she said, she couldn't voice it because it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter what she had to say about it. It didn't matter because my heart wasn't right. The difference between this time is it's me and her. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Like me and her rocking. We don't have to defend whether or not we like something. If she says she doesn't like something, it's nipped in the bud. Same thing if I say I don't like something. We made a pact that this go round, we don't have to defend that. And I don't care what nobody has to say about it. They can call me henpeck, they can call, her pick me, they can call us whatever they want. But guess what? We're gonna remain in bliss. We're gonna stay happy. We're gonna stay connected. We're gonna stay, as one. What was it? I saw something online where this guy, he was complaining that his current wife didn't want him to buy some shoes for his son because he was paying child support. And he was like, yo, that ain't got nothing to do with it. My son needs some shoes. I'm going to buy my son some shoes. And you heard the, wife in the background screaming, no, you ain't. Tell her to use that child support. I think that's petty. What do you think about that?
Yeah, because if, the child support, it don't go far.
Right.
I know he's not there and everything. It's the child support is to support. But, there is other necessities that you have to, it's hard being out there, maybe one income with just that little bit coming in. So, if a child needs shoes or something, I'm not petty on that.
It didn't, but and I'm grateful she never fought me on anything I wanted to do for my daughter or any of the kids, period. It's like that, the kids never was an issue with us. Like, we never fought about what we did for the kids or nothing like that.
No, I was always trying to get your child support payment to the child support place.
You funny.
When I was working up there.
Oh yeah, you worked in Abingdon for a little bit. Yeah, she would drop it off. But that wouldn't even, I mean, like she said, that the child support thing, it wasn't even, you know, the thing. Like, I was talking about like extra stuff. So when she needed, you know, some clothes for back to school, or she needed whatever. I mean, it was just different stuff would come up that she would need, especially after she became grown. It became even more, you know, more expensive. But no, it was, that part was never, you know, an issue. I just think the biggest lesson we learned from our first marriage and dealing with, hey, having a kid outside of the household was, you know, like she said, communication and becoming one. Like, and I knew this time around, I think I touched on it last, that some habits had to change, right? Ain't this what we say, habits? Or like, I had to change some habits. I had to change some things that I was doing to let her know that, like, this time I was serious and I'm for real.
Right.
And it wasn't going to be anything like last time, right? What you got? And how's it been different this time?
Like you said, like, you've cut off stuff. You don't even be looking at the bucket naked girls no more and stuff.
Pause. What bucket naked girls? You
all the girls that come through on Instagram.
You can't just say stuff like that I be looking at. But she talking about, will you clear that up?
No, go ahead, clear it up.
I want you to clear it up because you said that foolishness.
Nah, he followed like superstars, and you know, superstars.
I mean, Instagram models and stuff like that.
Right.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kelly.
And I'm Natasha.
Listen, we are now accepting dates for marriage and relationship workshops, trainings, and panels. What are some of the topics, baby?
Yeah, topics including but not limited to are restoring trust after infidelity, communication, restoring the intimacy, becoming one, how to win in your finances, before you say I do, and are they the one?
Listen, this is perfect for churches. This is perfect for conferences.
Yeah.
This is perfect for marriage and couples ministries. We would love to come visit you and be a part of your next event or your special event. All you need to do to get locked in with us, see if a date is available, send us an email at admin@kellyandnatasha.com or just go to the website kellyandnatasha.com. We would love to be a part of your next event.
Yeah. They got the money and they take care of what they boobs and butt and all that, the BBLs and stuff. So that's what I'm saying. He had to block and stuff, so his mind wouldn't be focused on that. His mind was focused on me.
You're funny. No, let's break it all the way down. I knew in order for me to make a total change and be committed and you know, maintain my holiness and maintain my focus on the Lord, I knew that was one of the things that I had to change. So I had to unblock. Man, I mean unfollow thousands. I had to block, unfollow thousands of people, including celebrities. Like she says, like, you know, you don't even have to be looking for, you know, a naked woman. If you're on Instagram and you scrolling or whatever, you're on social media, they popping up, everybody naked. So I was telling her, she even brought that up, as I told her yesterday when we was at dinner, that of somebody that I had to unfollow because, you know, most of the time they were clothed, but then there was times they wanted to promote their OnlyFans that they would come on there naked, and I was like, nah, I had to unfollow them. So that's why she brought that up.
What?
Why you be trying to front on me like I was doing crazy stuff? But I was.
Well, I was curious to say.
I was.
You were doing crazy stuff.
But I'm saved now. What Brown say? I'm saved. I don't do this stuff no more.
Thank God for the Holy Ghost. Thank God.
So I got a question for you. How do you feel about the people that say we're too transparent on here?
I mean, that's their opinion. Like, this is what we wanted. We wanted to be open, real, let you know, like, because marriage isn't easy. Like, we wanted you to see the nitty gritty and talk about the nitty gritty. Like, that's your opinion. If we too transparent, you know how to turn it off. So,
I mean, I agree. And wait, I just want to correct you on one thing. We didn't want to do this.
no.
That's
No.
the part. But we said when we said we were going to do it, we said we was going to keep it real. We said that we were going to have a real show, and we said we were going to be open, we were going to be transparent, so it helps people, because this is not about us. This is about helping people. This is about us sharing our stories, sharing our testimony, and answering these questions. Like, we're grateful for the feedback, the questions, the comments,
Right.
like that we're getting every week. We are honored that you would allow us to give our opinion on your situation, because at the end of the day, it's between you and the Father, like what you do in your marriage. She said marriage ain't easy. Life ain't easy. Like, there's no part of life that's easy. The difference is being on God's side is knowing that He is always with you. He will never leave you, never forsake you, and He got you. Like, and once you trust Him, and get to a place, no matter whatever happens, you know that He got you. Then that's when it becomes peace. You have peace. You can rest and not worry. But life, man, life ain't easy.
Life be lifing.
And God be God. That's what they say.
That's what they say.
God be God. And God always looks out. God has never let us down. Even when we felt like we were alone, even when we felt like we were at the bottom, even when we felt like we wasn't going to make it, He was always there. And He never let us drown. Not ever. God has never let us drown. Has never left us. He has never let us go down.
We may have been like right there, but then when He just scooped up and just
immediately lift us up. And I'm grateful for that.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? We just drove past our two of our rental properties, and our land is like, you know, the landscaper went and did the grass, and I'm just like, man, God, you so good. Like, y'all don't know what we've been through, where we come from. And just, man, baby, tell them, we was praying to pay rent when rent was $375. We would, listen, y'all don't know. And then to go and then own that property, own the landlord's property, and the land. Baby, testify.
Because remember the other night I was like, man, that was one landlord that we didn't have to run from. He had mentioned his name for some reason, and then I was like, shoot, but that other one, we was knocking.
We wasn't running. We never ran from them.
We didn't run, but we, embarrassed and
it was embarrassing.
Didn't want to seem out like it. Ugh.
It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. As a man, it was embarrassing not to be able to pay rent. But what I'm proud of is that he told us he respected us because we always kept our word. Yeah. So like if we told him we were going to do something, we did it. Like when we couldn't pay rent for the 7 months, and we told him, say, hey, when we get our income tax, we're going to pay all of it. And when we got our income tax and we did it, he was like, you know what I like about y'all and I respect y'all? He said, y'all always do what y'all say y'all want to do. And when I told him I had quit my job to start my business, I was like, hey, I quit my job. I just started my business. And of course he didn't understand it. Right. He didn't understand what we were doing, He was an older guy. And but I was like, hey, when we get our income tax, no matter what, we're going to pay you. We're going to get caught up on the rent. And I remember, do you remember when my first book came out? And they did that article on me on the newspaper, and he came knocking on the door, and he was so excited. Yo. He came holding the newspaper, and he bought a book from me. But it was just like for him to see struggle, and then he saw my book and he saw us, you know, doing things, and we never missed anything after that. It was
that one time. Do you remember his when his mother was living? She would always watch Aaron outside running around and stuff, and say he just got so much energy. And I think I had went over to take the rent check, and I don't know if I told her that we didn't have all of it, or if she told me to keep the check. I just remember she said Merry Christmas for one of our rent.
Oh yeah, she didn't make us pay
payments.
for Christmas. Yeah. It was a blessing when I did that to the tenants who was in there before. Remember how I did that. It was a beautiful thing to be able to, you know, redo that, because we knew, you know, how much of a blessing they were to us.
She bought Aaron's first CD.
Yeah, I've been hearing it a lot. Like, a lot of people has bought his stuff. Like, when I went to Walmart to pick up Mom's gift, the dude was like, "Is that Aaron on the end?" I was like, "Yep." Can you believe he has a baby now? We got a grandson. He was like, "I can't believe it." He said, "I ran across his first CD the other day. I was packing up some stuff." But yeah, so we're grateful. We said all that to say that we're grateful. If we had to do it all over again, communication would be the key. How do you handle blended families? You and your husband have to be one,
right,
and agree that nothing's going to come between you all. Your husband will need to take the lead, communicate with the baby mom, and set the boundaries, right? Communicate with her, and then he needs to sit down man to man and talk to your baby daddy, and they need to come to an agreement, because, you know, y'all in a new situation, and in a perfect life, y'all should be able to come together for the kids. Like, it shouldn't be about the adults beefing or doing anything like that. You agree? Now, I was, as a kid who had step parents, I didn't grow to appreciate my stepmom until I became an adult, and you have your own kids, and you get a different perspective on life, period. You know what I mean? And I think I was able to help you with their transition with Alexis, because I was able to let you know, like, yo, this is what made us open up to her and build a relationship to her. And I think you applied that, and y'all have had a relationship that I'm grateful for, like you and Alexis. But I think it also takes patience. It takes grace as well, like, because you never know what somebody else is going through. Not that it's your responsibility, but I think if you're going to live a godly life, or a life that you want to please the Lord, grace, grace, mercy. It's funny. I always say this, it's funny how many people want grace and want mercy, but they want everybody else to get what they deserve. Come on now, I ain't come here to preach today. We all want grace, we all want mercy, but we want everybody else to get what they deserve. Make it make sense. Hey, do you need help in your marriage? Do you need some guidance? Do you need some tools? Do you need some action plans, some steps to becoming one? Well, great news. We created a course called 7 Steps to Becoming One. How we went from teenage parents to married to divorced and then happily married again, and how we got there. We were able to sit down, record this course, share our personal testimony, right? Give you the tools, all right? Provide a lesson, then give you scripture, give you an exercise and activities to help you become one. It was fun creating this, wasn't it, sweetheart?
It was very fun creating it, yep.
Why should they take our course?
What better way? Like, we've been through one marriage and it didn't work. We divorced and now we're back together. So why not let us help you? We're back on this journey again. So, like, yeah.
It was fun. It was fun. So we can help you. Real life stuff. We didn't create this course to make money. We created this course to help people. We didn't want to do it. We didn't want to write the book. We didn't want to create the course. We didn't want to do any of this. We are simply being obedient to the Father. The course is 8 modules, right? 8 weeks. You can get it done in 7 to 8 weeks, right? Depending on how fast you go, right? And you also get a digital workbook with exercises, resources, lessons, and so much more. All right. So listen, go now to sign up for the course. Go to kellyandnatasha.com. Go check it out in our store. That math ain't mathing. That ain't it. So I have developed a desire to speak, Lord, have grace, have mercy on those who, have hurt me. I pray for them. It's tough. I'm not saying this is easy, but I'm saying my desire to be closer to Him, my desire to be in His will, allows me to pray for grace and mercy for those who have hurt me and those who are not per se, being good to me. And it's not easy.
It is not.
But grace. And mercy. Sing for. Sing it was grace that brought you through.
I'm not.
All right, read her thing one more time. I want to make sure we get it. We're coming up on the end of it. I want to make sure we covered everything.
We've been married for a bit, and while we love each other, we're both having a hard time dealing with our kids' other parents. He's tired of my baby daddy always overstepping, and I'm fed up with his baby mama being disrespectful and messy. Yep. It's starting to affect our marriage. How do other blended families deal with difficult exes without turning on each other?
Yep. I think we covered anything you think we missed or you think we need to share. But I think the husband needs to take the lead and communicate.
Yeah.
Y'all need to come up with a plan and what the boundaries are going to be, and the husband needs to take the lead.
And be truthful and tell him how you feel about that. Like, explain to him the situations, like, make it plain, because he needs to know, and so y'all can get that right.
So why you say that? Because you ain't do it? Because
I never did explain anything to you. I felt like I couldn't, like I could not come to you and tell you boo.
Right. So she said it right. Don't think that one or the other is a mind reader or they should know. Like, that's the worst statement. You should know. How should I know? Like, we have...
You just should.
No, we should know foundational things, but you never know what's going through somebody else's mind, what they're going through, what their feelings are, what their emotions are. Nothing. So never assume that a person is 100%. Because let's be honest, who is 100%? Like, and when are you at 100%? You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not 100% right now. Just because I don't communicate it, you get what I'm saying? Like, Mother's Day is coming up. I'm not 100%. There's a part of my heart that hurts or that I'm hurting. And so to think that I'm thinking about something that you're thinking about, that's selfish. That's insensitive. That's why she said it. You said the key thing. The most important thing is communication. Because if you and him are one, right? And y'all supposed to have each other back. You supposed to let me know when I got a blind spot. You supposed to let me know when I'm doing something that you don't like. You're supposed to let me know, like, how I'm moving and how it's affecting you.
Right, because some men, they just don't have common sense. Like, what you thinking, like, is duh. Like, why wouldn't you?
That's not common sense. Some stuff. Give me an example.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like.
No, I'm saying, like, period. Like, we can't say.
Give you.
No, I'm saying we can't say that what one or the other is thinking is common sense.
Right. That's what I was saying. That I can't say that it was common sense. That I'm thinking it's common sense, and you not getting it because it's not. Right.
So yeah, we're saying the same thing, but we're saying it a different way. Because you're saying that, some men don't have common sense. That's not true. We're not thinking about what it is that you're thinking about. That don't mean that it's common sense.
Okay.
Right? Do you agree? Man, talk it out like for real.
Okay.
Because if you don't get it, or if I don't get it, they may not get it. So we need to make sure we're on the same page. Does that make sense? Like just because it's something that you're thinking about, that doesn't make it common sense. So by saying most men don't have common sense, this is a better way to say that.
Okay, so I didn't mean to say most men don't have common sense, but like sometimes you're just thinking like, why wouldn't you know that?
Yeah.
Is what I was saying.
A better way to say that is we're not mind readers. We can't read minds. We can't interpret. A lot of times a woman will say, well, you should know because I did this, and this, or you should know, or you should. No, that's not true. Like I said, I'm not 100%. I miss my mom. The Facebook memories are coming up when the last Mother's Day I spent with my mom. You get what I'm saying? So anything can be going through my mind or affecting how I'm feeling, or affecting my level of, and then thinking about, hey, this problem with your baby daddy or your baby, like I may not even be thinking about that, or may not even care at the point. You get what I'm saying? So I think let's put a bow on this. Have grace with each other, right? With your partner, with your spouse, and then give mercy to each other, and then give mercy to the baby daddy and the baby father. And set you all's boundaries and stick to those boundaries, and create a plan of communication. Like, how are you all going to communicate? It should never be where you all are taking it out on each other based off anything from the outside. So I can handle, me as a man, I can handle apologizing or making right something that I actually did. Something that makes me upset is if she's upset with me about something else that I didn't do. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm. That was a lot.
What was a lot?
What you just said.
How? Like, so like if I do something, you like, babe, I don't like that. That hurt my feelings. I can easily say, baby, I'm sorry. I can apologize or get it right. What makes me upset is if you're upset about something else, number one, that don't have nothing to do with me, or I didn't do. Does that make sense? Like, if, say for instance, if oh, what happened? It was so funny. Where was I at? Oh, I was picking up some Chinese on my lunch, and she called me, and the girl behind the Chinese thing, she goes, she don't know I'm talking to Tasha in my ear. And the girl goes, so yeah, is that your girlfriend? Is that what she said?
I don't know.
No, she said, is that your wife
that be coming in
that comes and picks up your food?
Sometimes?
And I said, no, that's my girlfriend. I got a girlfriend and a wife. And she said, oh, ooh. And Tasha's in my ear. And I'm laughing so hard. I couldn't stop laughing. She was like, what is you laughing about? And I told the girl, I said, I'm just joking. That's my wife. I said, I'm talking to her right here. I said, I just said that because she was on the phone. But if it was something, say for instance, switching it up a little bit, if that young lady hit on me, say, hey, are you married? I think you're handsome or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And you got mad at me, that's when I would have a problem. You get what I'm saying? It's if I handled it wrong. So if she was like, yo, are you married? Blah, blah, blah. I think you have some, like, yep, I'm happily married. I love my wife, blah, blah, blah. And you hear me say that, but then you give me attitude, that's when I got a problem. So to clear that up, was that an easier way to clear that up? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the key. I think we gave them some points, but in all things, keep the main thing, meaning Christ first, then it's you all, right? That triple braided cord, stay prayed up, because guess what? It's just an attack of the enemy, wants to bring division, because you two on one accord can send that devil back to the pits of hell where he belongs. You two as one can cast out demons. You two alone can break generational curses.
All right, preacher.
You heard that? You heard that stutter like the preach? Can. You heard me say it? Can.
All right, preacher.
Okay, if you want to sow into our ministry, it's gonna come up at the bottom.
That shall be given unto you.
Come on. All right, final words. Let's get up out of here.
Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give unto your bosom.
Come on, that's a word.
I know.
I received that.
Amen.
I received that. Thank y'all so much for tuning in every week. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you all so much for sharing. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes.
Yes.
And do us a favor. Give us your feedback on this episode. If you have a blended family, give them some advice below. We welcome it. Let them know below on what you think the best way that they can begin to handle it.
Talk to us.
And not let it come between them. Right? We good?
Yep, we're good.
Thank y'all so much. Tell them we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Hey guys, just wanted to come to you thanking you for checking out the Finally One podcast.
Listen, this is what we need you to do. We need to grow our following. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Make sure you're sharing these episodes. You don't know what couple that they may help. So subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You don't know who you're going to help. And make sure you're following us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Yes, guys. Share. Help us.
Yep. And you don't know who you're going to help. So it's not about us. It's about helping couples, right?
Share. Yeah.
So share, like, subscribe. Help us get our following up.